all look for a good experience when going to the hair salon. Our guests today have made it their goal to ensure that. Welcome to Celebrate Michigan, the show produced on the campus of Madonna University. I'm Jeremiah Brown.
And I'm Dennis Newbacher, sitting in for Chris Benson. We're joined by Jen Bicknell and Stephanie Holmes. They're the owners of the Hair Foundation, located in beautiful Northville. And why Northville? Why did you guys decide to go to Northville?
We love Northville. The community is so strong there. I started out there about 10 years ago and have slowly built up. We have just a lot going on in the city.
It's a dynamic community, I think, don't you think?
It's wonderful
yeah,
there.
It really is.
I looked on your Instagram and I saw you guys had several posts with lots of different artists and also performers in front of your store.
Great idea.
Yeah, we recently did a collaboration with the Northville High School, the band and choir director, and once a month we'll be having local students come and perform in front of the salon.
I wish I could still do something like that. Play the violin like we did in school. Wouldn't that be fun? But if I'm in front, I'm thinking it's going to bring in some people from the school.
We can showcase you next month.
Yeah. Fantastic. So did you always want to work with hair? I mean, is this something that you started out doing? Did you find that interesting? You went to school for it, obviously.
Yeah.
But what brought you to this point in your lives? Because now you're owners. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially after a pandemic. This has been a big thing.
So I used to cut my little brother's hair when I was young.
He let you?
Yeah. Both of them. I used to trim up their hair, not knowing what I was doing at all. And then I actually did hair and makeup in theater at Ferris State University.
Oh, that's neat.
And then I progressed and went and started in Novi with a corporate salon group. And then I ended up in Northville, and I really just haven't
When you
looked
say
back.
corporate, are we talking about like a Great Clips or something? I don't mean to advertise for somebody else. Is that what that means when you say
just like
corporate?
a larger salon group that is in multiple states and locations.
Stephanie, how did you get started?
I started, way back in Colorado. So I have moved here. I was working also at corporate barber shops at that point that moved me out here, and I started opening them out in Michigan. Yeah. And then after my second child, I decided I wanted to get back to kind of the roots of doing hair and not managing a ton of people. And I met Jennifer, and we ended up teaming up, and we shared a space for a while.
You make a good team, you can tell. You work well together. You're still cutting hair. You're still involved.
Yes, we are behind the chair.
We're both behind the chair full time.
I think it sounds like you kind of have to. It sounds like a lot of the trades, a lot of the professions like yours are really searching for people right now to cut hair. And a lot of people don't think they can do it. Like, I don't think I can, right? But maybe I could. How do you get somebody interested in doing this besides how you got interested in it?
I mean, I think the one thing about our industry is it's really creative. It's hands-on.
Yeah.
It's about helping people, making them feel good about themselves. And I think that's what drove me into the industry. I mean, I'm a third-generation hairdresser as well.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like it's in my blood. But there's something about being able to be one-on-one with your clients and getting to know them on an intimate level and being part of so many aspects of their lives. They're graduating high school, now they're getting married, now they're having babies, then so on and so forth.
I don't think there's any doubt that you guys could have a sitcom either in a laundromat or a hair salon, don't you think?
100%.
Because of the drama behind the scenes, the discussions that I have with the gentlemen that I see, Larry and I are best friends, but the conversations are very interesting. Now, not to bring out any dirt here, but you are having the most intimate conversations really with some. They let you into their hair
I always
and
have
into
a
their
saying
lives.
with my clients. I'm like Vegas. What happens in the salon stays in the salon.
Why do you think people kind of open up to their hairdressers so much the way
We're
they
in their
do?
personal bubble. We're touching you, and we're there.
They're sitting in our chair 2-3 hours every 4 to 6 weeks for years, and that relationship is built.
And people, I get the impression too, like for me, if I remember after 5 or 6 weeks to give a call to make an appointment to get a haircut, I mean, I don't need a whole lot done, but people, this is a routine for them, isn't it? Just like their nails, the pedicures, they set this appointment up weeks and months in advance.
Yes, yes. I have standing appointments, so every 4 weeks, Jill comes in on Tuesday at 2 o'clock faithfully
No
for
kidding.
years on end.
Yeah.
So you build those relationships.
Right,
You
right.
get to know their families, their ups and downs in life. They look for advice. You have little book clubs, what are
Oh,
you
good
reading
idea.
right now? What are
Sure.
you watching? And
Do you offer
it's-
things in the salon too? Like ours, there's bottles of water and coffee maker. There's a coffee maker, the Keurig that you can make your coffee, and sometimes people bring in donuts. It's kind of cool. It's kind of we
Yeah.
all meet together and we have our coffee and have a donut. It's
When
kinda-
we decided to come together and kind of create the Hair Foundation, we really brainstormed about different ways to set us apart from other places. How can we make our clients have the best experience? And then how can we create a culture for other stylists to come in and have a great experience for their clients? So a couple of the things we looked at was having amenities like a beautiful coffee bar with cheese and crackers or
Nice.
other granola bars, like just higher end, more luxurious snacks that you're not just getting an old cookie or something
Sure.
like that. So we try to keep our little beverage fridge stocked with all
Yeah.
sorts of teas and coffees and
Right.
all sorts of
the name
specialties.
Hair Foundation. Where'd you come up with that? This is an interesting. It's a great name. But it's a great name. But where'd you come up with it?
If you saw our brainstorming text message that went on, and then I believe it was her husband liked the word foundation, and then we just kind of pooled different things together, and
Yeah.
it was quite the long text
And
message.
before we have to wrap things up here soon, what services do you guys provide specifically at your salon?
Well, we're a full-service hair salon, so we do eyebrow waxing. We also do haircuts, hair color, foils like your bleach, highlights, lowlights, perm,
fashion colors.
fashion
Well,
colors.
I'm seeing that a lot, by the way.
We do
different people.
tinsel
Yeah, the colors.
that you see in our hair now. You'll notice.
noticed that.
Event
Oh,
styling.
Show that. Yeah, I see that. Very nice. Very nice. But the colors too. I'm seeing people with blue and green and
Yeah,
red. And I'm
fashion
thinking,
colors.
whoa, but they're happy with it, right?
Yeah,
And it's available.
exactly. So
Yeah.
the fashion colors and the hair extensions, and we
Right.
also are doing, we can do makeup services and event styling as well.
We'll get into more of what you have, what you have to offer too, as the show progresses.
And I would like to talk about the trends that are happening right now, what you
good
guys
idea.
see kind of being on the front lines
Fantastic.
of it.
Sure. Yeah, what's in? Short hair or long hair, right?
We'll get-
I think red hair's in right now.
We'll be right back to the current trends and the popularity
Jen
of red
Bicknell
hair
and
when we
Stephanie
come back.
Holmes from the Hair Foundation in beautiful Northville. We'll be right back.
Sounds like you could use some Van Gogurt. It's fortified with arch-rich nutrients to improve your math and reading skills. Catch!
Van Gogurt, thanks. So what's the deal with your ear?
Always with the ear, huh?
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Welcome back to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Jeremiah Brown.
And I'm Dennis Newbacher, and today we're here with the owners of the Hair Foundation, 142 Center Street in Northville, with Jen Bicknell and Stephanie Holmes. And they're here to talk about their shop in Northville. It's a great shop, and they'd love to talk to you more about what they see is going on in the hair industry right now and the future of it as well. So we welcome you both back to Celebrate Michigan. Thank you very much
for being here. And when we left off, we kind of talked about the popularity of red hair, apparently.
Yeah.
And also the current trends are happening, especially going into the summer season right now. So what are you guys seeing more from your customers at the moment?
With the clients I'm seeing a lot of like the baby lights, adding the blondes, the brighter hair for the spring, summer look.
That makes sense.
You know, people tend to go a little darker for fall and winter.
Yeah.
And I'm actually doing quite a bit of perms.
Wow.
People are wanting just that big, bouncy curl, less maintenance.
Boy, when was the last time when perms was that popular?
I
You'd be
know.
surprised. Guys are getting perms now.
No kidding.
I actually have done a couple gentlemen that are wanting perms as well, and
Yeah.
then they just put the gel, have that curled,
They're just
gelled
active
back
and they just
look.
don't want to deal with it. Is that the whole
Yeah.
idea behind it?
Easy.
Right, right. You know, what I'm curious about, is it the chicken and the egg in the salon industry, in the haircut industry? Do you drive the trends, or do the people coming in drive it? Is it coming from Hollywood? Is it coming, you know what I mean? What
think
you're
it's
seeing is a whole mix of things going on here.
A lot of high fashion things, like what's going on in the different magazines, on the runways.
Pinterest plays a huge role right now of
Huge
what's going in, and clients are bringing in those for inspiration
Yeah,
pictures.
but are you? This is a crazy question to ask, because you want the business. But are you honest with them and say, you know,
Yes.
you might
Always.
look at them and
Yes.
say, listen, I don't think Dennis
Because I don't want Jill coming back and being like, okay, so I was out.
Yeah.
This is not working.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and then she may not come back again ever
Exactly.
after that, right?
We're building a trust.
Yeah.
A big part of getting your haircut or styled, I think, is the communication between the client and the one doing the hair, and allowing the hairdresser to make those suggestions, I think, is hugely important. So how do you kind of get customers to allow, to give you the trust to kind of make those decisions with their hair?
I think having a thorough consultation with them,
Yeah.
asking the questions, asking them what products they use, how they style their hair, what kind of time frame are they going to be using to style their hair every day, because you can bring in this picture and I can give you this haircut, but if you're not going to style it, it's not going to look any different than how you normally.
Yeah, I think you guys go deeper into this too. I was remembering the dentist started. I go to the dentist, and all of a sudden they started doing the blood pressure. I thought, what are you doing the blood pressure for? And they said, we see things in a person's health that you don't see, that we can pick up here in the dental chair. I'm thinking you guys are seeing things as well. Have you helped somebody? Let's say, for instance, you don't have to be specific about it. Have you seen something that you've helped somebody with and said, you know, I think you better have something checked?
Yes, actually, something that we do offer at the Hair Foundation is a scalp analysis.
You've got the little,
yes, we have the device
it's right
over
there on
here,
the table, yeah.
and
That's
it's a
fascinating.
microscope.
What does it do?
It's a microscope that we put up onto the hair, and we can actually see your scalp. So, is it just dry scalp and not dandruff? Do you maybe have a yeast growth going on? And then we can refer you, like maybe you should go to your dermatologist, have that checked out.
And if the hair is made up a certain way, can you tell then, Stephanie, if there's the kind of diet they have, if it's a good diet or bad diet, or they're doing something that they shouldn't be
I think
doing?
overall in hair health, it really relates to a lot of diet things. So I don't think that necessarily needs a microscope to look
understand.
into. But you can go more into even through their hair strand to see dead ends, split ends, breakage, things like that. We're able to really show them and prescribe products that way for them.
The diet analysis, the scalp analysis, is that something that's included with your service, or something that people have to specifically request when they go in?
Yes, well, they can make an appointment with us. It's part of your consultation. Well, let's do a scalp analysis. Let's see where you're at. Maybe getting color isn't a great idea because it could cause major irritation. But we can do the scalp treatment today. We offer a lot of different scalp treatments to help cure different things. And then, like Stephanie was saying, with the split ends, hey, once you're done, you need these supporting products to help you maintain what we've just started today.
And you guys in your business, every business, it seems now, is looking for somebody to do work. I mean, whether they're electricians and plumbers. I mean, trades are going crazy. This is a trade. This is a profession.
Yeah.
You need people.
Yes.
If they knew things like this, then, because if you want to work in this business that you're in, there's more than just cutting hair.
Yeah.
You're establishing relationships. You're looking at their health, and they're coming back, and they're your friends.
Right. Right.
And we're trying to create a place for artists to collectively work under one roof.
Yeah.
So we are really trying to find people that want to be inspired, that want education, that want to work as a team, but still run their own business.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing we
Do you think of yourself as artists? Do you?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty cool. That's
exactly.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And there are a lot of people who will let you just have free will, right, on them. They'll just let you do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there's some that are very conservative, I'm assuming,
Right.
too. And what's the percentage, just out of curiosity? I happen to go to a male. It doesn't matter to me, but they're all great as far as I'm concerned. But what's the percentage, male versus female, that come to female salon styles?
I would say I have a smaller amount of men,
Okay.
probably in like the 15%, and the rest females.
Yeah.
But
But these men are dedicated to you guys. I
Oh,
know
yeah.
that. They want
Yeah.
you, and that's the way it's
And they
going
have
to
the
be.
best stories out of all of them.
I do. Have you heard about a lot of divorce? I bet you hear. I've heard our conversations. I found out people who passed away in the community. I mean, it's like it's change over information.
I just had a client pass away. She was 90 years old. I've done her hair for years and years, and it just like touches your heart. Like you're with them through so many journeys of their life. You know, it's pretty neat.
Well, to work for you too, you'll see the website at the end of the show. We can even put it up even before that. So you want to they'll get in contact with you, send their resume to you or their information to you, so you can work for the Hair Foundation. This is a great organization here. So.
One thing that we are doing is our goal is to really lift up other artists and help them learn to become their own entrepreneur. And
well, this is a good time, don't you think, Jen? After the pandemic, all of a sudden things are emerging like crazy.
So we are so busy. We are getting walk-ins after walk-ins every day. It's a great time for a stylist to come in, build up their clientele if they have a smaller clientele.
Wow.
We are offering scheduling, a free scheduling site, a processing company. Onto the website.
And you have products you're selling too. Why don't we take a break?
Products.
We'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll talk about these products and kind of review things, all right?
Thank
we'll be right
you.
back with more of Celebrate Michigan with Jen Bicknell and Stephanie Holmes from the Hair Foundation in downtown Northville on Center Street, 142 Center Street. We'll be right back with more of Celebrate Michigan.
Stay tuned.
Sounds like you could use some Van Gogurt. It's fortified with arts-rich nutrients to improve your math and reading skills. Catch!
Van Gogurt. Thanks. So what's the deal with your ear?
Always with the ear, huh?
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
you have prediabetes?
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Welcome back to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Jeremiah Brown.
And I'm Dennis Newbacher, and we're back in the studio with Jen and Stephanie, Jen Bicknell and Stephanie Holmes from the Hair Foundation in Northville on 142 Center Street. And you've got some important questions to ask them about. There's some history to this building where they are now.
So you guys are fairly new to Northville. You guys just opened up recently, and you just finished some important renovations to your building. I understand you guys are trying to really live up to the historical significance of where you are as well.
Go ahead. So our building is actually one of the oldest buildings in downtown Northville. So the history, if walls could talk, oh boy. So we've actually restored the brick walls that are within our building. So we have fully exposed brick walls, and we've put in beautiful hardwood floors and really have done a lot to get the building, back up to a beautiful
Our
spot.
audience is going to see these pictures too.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
We should have sent some of the before ones in.
Yeah, oh geez.
It's pretty bad shape then, huh? Need some
It just needed a lot of love. There was some paneling covering this
see that.
150-year-old brick. So we really wanted to expose that brick and the glory of this old building.
Well, that would welcome people in, I think, too, if you have something like that. I love coming into places like that, whether it's a restaurant or a bar or a business. This very warm feeling to it. It really
Everyone's
is.
loving it,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then we went a little higher end with our seating. So the chair that our guests will sit in, whether at the station or at the shampoo bowl, extremely comfortable.
Yeah.
Ergonomically great for both the stylist and the
they're not
guest.
cheap to buy those chairs. I understand they're very expensive.
And I see we're seeing some of those photos
yeah,
right now.
that's
So
the
I'll
shampoo
talk about what
area.
we're looking
There's
at.
one of the chairs, a couple of the chairs right there.
Yep, those
That's
are
neat.
the shampoo area.
Yeah, talk about the shampoos too while you're talking. Well, you'll see the pictures.
So
but
we've
you've got lots of
really
things you use.
tried to keep
Oh, that's
in with
beautiful. Look at
the the historic part of being like a boutique salon
Right.
and catering to offering product lines that you can't
You can see
just
some
get
of those products
anywhere.
right there, yeah.
So we use Behave, which is an Australian-based company. It just came to the States about 2 years ago. And then we also use J. Beverly Hills, which is a USA-made product line. So they're based out of
So you're not
Beverly Hills,
suggesting I should
California.
continue to use the ivory soap I've been using for my shower
Right.
at the
Yes.
same time as
Yes.
a lot of people do that, don't they, when they go to the shower? Although that's changed.
No, my clients don't.
They don't do that. Okay. Oh well.
We educate and
Carry on,
prescribe.
Nadine. That's good. Smart.
And so these products are available for purchase, I assume, as well?
Yes. We have fully stocked retail shelves in the salon for our guests.
Well, you're going to put good oil in a car if you've got an expensive car, right?
That's
then
right.
you're going to do the same thing with your hair. You're going to put something good into your hair.
Yes.
Is that where the analysis comes in? When they come in to say, look, what are you using on your hair?
When we both use
Yeah.
lines that are both of the lines that we carry, they really are made to prescribe to our guests to help with that hair health. Because if your hair is not getting better when you're seeing a stylist, why wouldn't you just go buy Pantene Pro-V or something like that?
Sure.
So, we really strive to make sure we're having those consultations with our guests, creating that environment that their hair is better every time they see
Well,
us.
I'm thinking also too. This is good product right here. So Pantene is. I've used Pantene. Okay, I'm sorry, I do, but I have. I've used Ivory soap too. But those are inexpensive, but these may cost a little more, but they last longer and they're more effective. That's what my guess is.
And the
by this, right?
ingredients
Is that-
in them are
Yeah.
much better.
That's
We're getting a
makes
lot
sense.
of more
Cleaner.
essential oils or ingredients using, like the J. Beverly Hills line uses great botanicals to create their products and their fragrances. So if you have
So these are
sensitive skin,
laboratory
it's very
tested. They're
nice.
looking at things,
Oh,
aren't they,
yes.
when they do this? Do you get a
Yeah.
chance to talk to the representatives when they come in to find out a little bit
Always,
about
yeah.
this?
Always, yep.
Yeah.
What are some specific examples of people needing to use specific products for specific concerns they have with their hair? Because I've been using the same 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner for a few years now.
Looks good.
So like with the line Behave, we have, it's all infused with bioactive keratin. So it's going to constantly be strengthening your hair and restoring it and making it healthier every time you use it. And then you have styling aids like our Fresh Ends that would come in and seal out your cuticles and really help, even give longevity between haircuts. And then if you want to talk on J. Beverly Hills.
So with J. Beverly Hills, you might have like really dry scalp and your ends need more moisture. So you're going to go with more of like a tea tree and a eucalyptus to soothe that scalp. And then like some rosemary and different oils.
It's like they smell very good too.
Oh, they smell amazing.
I love that. Yeah. Well, my daughter is gluten-free, and she noticed that she had to change a number of times the shampoo. Is that true? When she noticed things changed with the makeup of her hair and a lot of other things, really.
Oh, absolutely. Like you might develop different allergens, so you have to really be sure to check the back of all your shampoos. And unfortunately, I call them over-the-counter shampoos that you would get at your bigger stores are just full of like really a lot of toxic ingredients.
Okay. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, so you want to interest people in coming and talking with you, not only to get their hair styled and get these products, but also to maybe be employed. Tell them how to do it.
Okay, so if you want to come check out the salon, between the both of us, we are both there probably every day minus Sundays. So you can just pop right in if one of us are in there and check out the salon and see if it's a good fit for you, because I think that's really important that anybody that's finding and looking for a new salon home, it needs to be a place that you feel comfortable with and you vibe with as well. So we have tried really hard to create a really good vibe in the salon, and some of the things we offer, it's the monthly education, a website exposure. You obviously get all the Northville traffic and stuff like that, and there's many more that we can share with you once you pop in. So you can visit our website and or pop in.
I'm very happy and very excited for you guys of what the future has in store for you and your business. Unfortunately, today's show has come to an end. Thank you so much for coming in today. And
Stephanie Holmes and Jen Bicknell from the Hair Foundation in Northville. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you looking in on Celebrate Michigan. We'll see you next time. Take good care.